In today's video, I'm gonna talk about a project that the majority of people are completely sleeping on. A lot of people don't seem to care, and I have a few reasons after doing thorough and extensive research on why I believe that this is gonna perform extremely well in the bull run. But before even starting, of course, if you're here, subscribe if you haven't already for all the free alpha that I bring you on a daily basis. There's daily content coming your way as usual. From when I started my YouTube channel, I haven't missed a day, a single day of uploads. So share with your friend, your mother-in-law, drop a like and subscribe, all the good things, yada yada yada, and follow me on X, because otherwise what are you doing with your life anyway? Pangolin, this is a decentralized exchange on Avalanche, and you guys know that I am sort of bullish but also not as bullish as I could be on decentralized exchanges, because some of them have no utility, some of them are quite useless. However, I'm gonna make the case on why I think that Pangolin is good. Look at the following: 88K, this is completely organic. I've analyzed this and it doesn't seem like they're using any sort of bots, and is on Avalanche, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. Let's actually get started with this big announcement that they made yesterday, and this is why the price of Pangolin is pumping. Look at the daily chart. We have a massive green candle of 23.28% over yesterday, so you can see that the chart looks as it does. And I want to remind you also that I'm reviewing this project. I have no incentive on pumping or dumping the price of this token, as I don't hold any Pangolin in this very moment. So this is going to be completely organic and completely unbiased, okay? So let's make it clear before people ask me if I'm even trying to pump my bags or anything, okay? So they actually announced a massive milestone. As you could see already, the circulating supply was 94.95%, meaning that all the tokens are actually in circulation. And actually, they announced that P&G has just announced the hard cap of 230 million, which means that the supply is not going to be inflationary at all, and they're going to achieve a 0% inflation rate, as there's not going to be any more tokens being minted. This is absolutely bullish for the tokenomics of this project. There's so many projects that are being bought right now that have terrible tokenomics, they have extremely inflationary, especially all these proof-of-stake tokens that keep printing out of thin air. And also, very important, while liquidity providers will no longer receive the PNG tokens as rewards, they will continue to earn from trading fees. Very interesting stuff, because there's clear incentives right now into holding these tokens, as I couldn't say that it was the case before. I always thought that before doing my research and before these updates, that holding PNG would be useless DEX tokens like we've seen in the past. But this is actually very, very good. And also, they are about to launch the DEX V3 in just 2 weeks. So a brand new user interface. I also want to remind you, never buy after a candle like this. I want to keep it real with you guys. Look at this. When the price is very red, this is the moment in which you buy. The moment in which it pumps so much and is so much in the green after a massive green candle like this is not the moment in which you buy. Even if you're seeing this video, even if you like the project, of course, make sure to do your own research as always, but never buy a green candle like this, because people are buying the rumor and then they're gonna sell the news, meaning that probably after the platform launches, the price is gonna have a correction, because people are excited on the rumor of, you know, the supply being deflationary, about the new platform being released, but they're also gonna sell the news after the platform is released. So we're probably gonna see something like this. We pump for a bit, and then bam, the platform is released, we go down a little bit, and then we're gonna go up again. Higher highs and higher lows. This is pretty much how the crypto market works, so absolutely keep that in mind. The community is extremely engaged actually, and they're posting a bunch of posts in the social media feed on X, and it seems like the community is extremely engaged, so definitely something that I like to see, because you want a project that builds hype, that is very engaged with the community, and you want a project that the community is very engaged with. But what is Pangolin? Pangolin is essentially a decentralized exchange on Avalanche, which makes me bullish as well, because I'm very bullish myself on the Avalanche ecosystem. So think about Uniswap for Ethereum, think about Jupiter for Solana, think about Pangolin on Avalanche, because right now I think this is set to be as the #1 decentralized exchange on Avalanche. This is not only on Avalanche actually, because it's also on HBAR, on Evmos and Flare. Nobody really cares about these blockchains other than Hedera, HBAR. I'm not so bullish on the HBAR ecosystem, but you know, Avalanche is actually enough for me to be bullish on this project. And it seems like it's actually backed by Coinbase itself and Thorchain. Very good stuff. stuff, we need to talk about the exchange listings as well, because yes, this is listed on Coinbase, so you're not going to see this massive catalyst event by a Coinbase listing. However, it's still missing other tier 1 exchanges like Kraken and Binance, so you could also bet on that as other catalyst events. The market cap right now is 126 million, which is very high. However, we need to consider also what a decentralized exchange market cap represents, because if we see what Uniswap is, and if we compare it with Uniswap or even Jupiter, if we want to say, if we want to be more conservative right now, it will be an 11x just to reach the market cap of Jupiter in this very moment. And Jupiter is probably a token that I would also consider to do a 20x minimum this current and upcoming bull run, whatever you want to call it. We're probably at the beginning of the cycle before things start moving very, very quickly, very, very soon. And at an all-time high of Jupiter will be at 18x. But if we also consider with Uniswap, and Uniswap being the top DEX on Ethereum and PNG being the top DEX on Avalanche, you can see that the numbers start getting a little crazy. 43x for coming to the price of Uniswap right now, and all-time high will be at 176x. I don't think that it's going to go as high. I think that the only decentralized exchange or DEX aggregator that could overtake Uniswap in this bull run would be Jupiter for Solana, because I'm much more bullish on the Solana ecosystem. But Avalanche is probably the second large cap ecosystem that I would name for having a big bull run. So this is why I don't think it makes sense to compare this with the Uniswap all-time high, because it's way too much. It's not going to be possible. However, we also need to consider the movement of Avalanche, because Avalanche, in my opinion, is a very fast-growing ecosystem. It's one of the only projects that it's going to surpass the previous all-time high that it registered in the previous bull cycle. It will be somewhere around a 4 or 5x from here. That is to me a no-brainer, especially if you consider all these gaming projects, you know, that are being built on Avalanche right now, like Bloodloop, Shrapnel, Ganzilla, Off the Grid. There's so many good projects that are being born on Avalanche, and this is why I believe that Avalanche is going to have an insane bull run and is going to surprise a lot of people. And as a result, the tokens that are on Avalanche, and specifically the DEXs, are going to pump a lot, because, you know, with the growing volume of the Avalanche ecosystem, the price is going to be reflected on the value of DEXs. And with some potential exchange listing coming their way, I think that this has a potential to go to the stars. I gotta say that they need to update the roadmap, because by going into the white paper, it's just updated up to the end of 2023. So they need to make some work on their end. I do agree on that. But again, just by looking at this update that was seen here yesterday, this is why I've also said, okay, I should probably make a video of this, because not enough people are talking about it. I think Crypto John is the only guy that I've seen talk about Pangolin, so shout out to him. I know that he was also very early in the project. I respect him. I personally never considered buying, and to be honest, I'm kind of regretting a little bit now, because I would probably have made decent returns even this bull market. You can see that in the last year, this actually has come out of nowhere with 1,671% return in the last year. This is pretty crazy. It's definitely been one of the top performers in the bear market. And again, I would not recommend buying now after this big candle right there. So always make sure to time your entry perfectly if you're looking to make very good investments and very good bang for your buck. And this is also why I do recommend you guys to not be a lone wolf. I do recommend you people to join a group, an alpha group, and my VIP group is one of the best in the sphere right now. So I will talk about the benefits at the end of this video if you guys are interested. So make sure to stay tuned for that until the end of the video. I'm not going to talk about tutorials and stuff. I have courses that are included in my VIP group if you're looking for a proper course on how to trade with DEXs, in case, you know, you're too much of a normie and you've never used that DEX before. But long story short, it's very straightforward to use this platform. You just have to connect a hot wallet, and then you're going to be able to trade seamlessly with the funds that you hold in the hot wallet with the Avalanche ecosystem. So you're probably going to have some Avalanche in your hot wallet, or perhaps other tokens on Avalanche itself, and you're going to be able to swap it. Just like Uniswap has also recently introduced, I don't know when they introduced this, but you can also set limit orders. So you're going to be able to interact with this pretty much like a centralized exchange, just putting a price in which the order is going to be fulfilled if the price of that crypto trading pair falls into the bracket. Trading fees are also very, very small, which is not something that we are accustomed, at least for DEXs. And when it comes to, you know, the market trade, this is like the traditional swap that you swap one crypto for another, whether Avalanche or a stable coin for another token in the Avalanche ecosystem. The interface, it seems quite user-friendly, but I really want to see how the V3 is going to be. So there's the swap function, the buy function, and you're also going to be able to stake the token and voting as part of the DAO and as part as being a token holder. That is also one of the token utilities that people are buying this token for. Okay, so I want to conclude this with my price prediction. I'm not too fast about making price predictions usually because at the end of the day, nobody can predict it. You know, it's very hard to predict the price of a crypto project, but I do think that this has the chance of surpassing the previous all-time high, which falls into the 1 to 10% of projects that go through a bull run before and actually surpass the previous all-time high. The initial chart doesn't look that good, I'm not gonna lie, but I know that this project has been building. I know that this has been one of the best performers in the bear market when it comes to the mid-cap territory, and I have strong reasons to believe that this is actually gonna defy the norm and surpass the previous all-time high in this bull run. For me, it's quite easy to believe that this is gonna go towards the billions of market cap. I think that going towards the 1 billion plus is a no-brainer, and being relatively conservative, perhaps a range between 1 to 2 billion in market cap, and if we're being optimistic, I would say 2 to 3 billion in market cap. So that would give you almost a 20 to 30x on your money, especially if you were to buy a 20 to 30% dip from here and the token went back to 100 million market cap or slightly below that. Perhaps the 80 to 100 million in market cap would be the sweet spot for me. I don't even know if this is going to go back to those levels, but this pump is definitely very big, and because of that, I do believe that it's probably gonna retrace a little bit, especially after the launch of the platform. When platform launches, when we have major updates like this, especially updates also in the deflationary side of the tokenomics with burnings or a max supply being capped, I know that after that we have big retracements, so I don't think it's out of the question to see a big correction of 20 to 30% from here before the actual push of the bull market, and that would make sense to me. I don't think it makes sense to enter the market today. Even, you know, you can buy today and just forget about it. In 1 or 2 years, sell the tokens for sure. You can do that by all means, but I do think that you should be a little more perfectionist, especially if you're investing into high risk projects, and time your entry better. And this is what I'm gonna do if I'm looking to get into this project myself, which I don't know if I'm gonna do it. As I said before, I don't hold any of these tokens, but I would consider an entry towards the 80 to 90 million in market cap, because this is too much for my taste and it's just pumped too much because of this. And you know, historical data suggests that platform launches equals a sell the news event. So I hope that you were able to take some value out of this video. I'm going to remind you, of course, that you don't want to be a lone wolf. You might have a once in a lifetime opportunity to create generational wealth and achieve financial freedom status in the bull run, so you don't want to mess it up. Okay, this is my private group. These are all the benefits involved. My exclusive Discord has got everything that you need: buy and sell alerts, VIP live stream, AMAs with projects, and a lot of gems before I bring them out to the YouTube channel when they have 100x plus potential before the masses get in. Also, you're going to get access to private sales at the first round of investments. And I also offer 3 courses inside of my community that you're going to get access by purchasing a lifetime membership. All the benefits are listed here. Of course, is the first link down in the description and a QR code that you see above my head. Full disclosure, prices are going to rise very, very soon. So get in before it gets much more expensive than this. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey soon. And until then, take care for now.